Statistically, men are more likely to commit serious and violent crimes. However, there are a few women in history who have committed some of the most brutal acts known to mankind. In this list, we'll be showing you 5 of the most evil women in history. We would like to give a big shout out to viewer SpeedHaxFTW for suggesting this video. Number 5. Murmured Grayson. Born 7th October 1923 in Hamelin, Germany, Murmured Grayson was employed at the Nazi concentration camps of Ravensbrück and Auschwitz and was a warden at the women's section of Bergen-Belsen. She was convicted for crimes against humanity at the Belsen trial and sentenced to death. She loved torture via different painful methods and wore heavy boots as a habit. She also carried a pistol for the facilitation of her various purposes. She was executed at 22 years and 67 days of age, making Grayson the youngest woman to die under English law in the 20th century. She was nicknamed the Beast of Belsen and the Beautiful Beast. Number 4. Myra Hindley. Born in 1942, Myra Hindley was an English serial killer. In partnership with Ian Brady, she committed the rapes and murders of 5 small children. Together, these two monsters were responsible for the kidnapping, sexual abuse, torture and murder of 3 children under the age of 12 and 2 teenagers aged 16 and 17. Hindley's 17-year-old brother-in-law tipped her off to the police. Hindley pled not guilty to all the murders, but she was found guilty of 3 murders and was jailed for life. She was never released and died in prison in 2002. Number 3. Beverly Allitt. The Angel of Death, Beverly Gale Allitt, is an English serial killer. She was convicted of murdering 4 children, attempting to murder 3 other children, and causing grievous bodily harm to further 6 children. The crimes were committed over a period of 59 days between February and April 1991 in the children's ward of Grantham and Kesteven Hospital, Lincolnshire, where Allitt was employed as a state-enrolled nurse. She administered large doses of insulin to at least 2 victims, and a large air bubble was found in the body of another, but police were unable to establish how all the attacks were carried out. In May 1993 at Nottingham Crown Court, she received 13 life sentences for the crimes. The sentencing judge told Allitt that she was a serious danger to others and was unlikely to ever be considered safe enough to be released. She is detained at Rampton Secure Hospital in Nottinghamshire. Number 2. Belle Gunness. Standing 6 feet tall and weighing over 91 kilograms, a physically strong woman, Belle Gunness was one of America's most degenerate and productive female serial killers. She was an imposing and powerful woman of Norwegian descent. It is likely that she killed both her husbands and all her children at different times, but it is certain that she murdered most her suitors, boyfriends and her 2 daughters, Martel and Lucy. The motive was greed, pure and simple. Life insurance policies and assets stolen or swindled from her suitors became her source of income. Most reports put a death toll at more than 20 victims over several decades, with some claiming in excess of 100. Number 1. Katherine Knight. Born on the 24th October 1955, Katherine Mary Knight was the first Australian woman to be sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. She had a history of violence in relationships. She smashed the dentures of one of her ex-husbands and slashed the throat of another husband's 8-week-old puppy before his eyes. A heated relationship with John Charles Thomas Price became public knowledge with an apprehended violence order that Price had filed against Knight, and ended with Knight stabbing Price to death with a butcher's knife. He had been stabbed at least 37 times, both front and back, with many of the wounds penetrating vital organs. She then skinned him and hung his suit from the door frame in the living room, cut off his head and put it in a soup pot, baked his buttocks and prepared gravy and vegetables to accompany the roast. The meal and a vindictive note were set out for the children. Luckily, it was discovered by police before they arrived home. Thank you for watching, and if you have a video idea, why not leave a comment below, and if we make it, we'll give you a big shout out. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more awesome daily lists of all things 5. This is all 5, and until next time, feed your mind.